What is up, traders? Welcome back to the daily recap. I actually got off work a little bit early today, and I actually wanted to catch an hour or hour and a half of the trading day. And I did catch two trades, and basically one loser and one winner. Now, it's the first trade coming up right here. You'll see in a second. What I was thinking originally, we do have a channel working down, break a new high of the previous channel. It has played out, and the signal bar is fairly small, and I decided to take a short because I am expecting to retest to the lows. Now the problem with this trade, and I talked about this in a range video, and it's just so stupid that I didn't see it, is I'm going short into the midline. I always say that the midline is super important in a range. Doesn't matter if it's a big range, small range, a congestion, just like you see on the screen right now. It does not matter. The midline is extremely important, and I should have known that. I should have known that I'm going short into the midline, and actually I end up extending the congestion a little bit wider, so it kind of look like an actual range. But at the moment, you can clearly see there's a midline working in the middle of that congestion. So bad read on my part for sure, and I did put a stop loss in the right place. I was thinking actually doing it a tick higher on that swing high, the candle swing high, but either way, it does not matter. The trade is a loser, and like I said, it was only like $100 loss. I wasn't trying to do anything crazy, but yeah, kind of a little bit bummed out about that. And you know, like I said, I always say pay attention to the midline, and like I said in my range video, I always talked about pay attention to the midline because they're extremely important. And I do this dumb mistake myself, and yeah, I get stopped out. So I'm gonna fast forward, and we'll talk about the next trade. So the next trade, you can clearly see that the price did make a new low, and the shorter downtrend channel has played out. And I was thinking about taking a basically, I guess you call it a reversal trade. The problem with this trade is that the signal bar is not perfect because it doesn't have the matching lows. So I was a little bit concerned about that. Ideally, I want to have matching lows, or you know, a engulfing bar or something like that. But I clearly see that the 4-tick scalp already has been made, and I was kind of waiting the price to kind of come back, maybe get me. Again, I wasn't really trying to push it, and the risk was around 2.25, maybe 2.5 points. I can't remember. But I wasn't really comfortable, and since it was at the end of the day, I kind of want to minimize my risk a little bit. And you can clearly see I was worrying about that EMA, and then yeah, it was a 2.75 risk, which I did not want to take, to be honest. And like I said, especially at the end of the day, and the price was moving a little bit slow. So, but I decided to reduce my risk and say, hey, like if price comes back and gets me, that's fine, I'll take the trade. If not, then I'm just gonna get off the computer and move on. And unfortunately, or fortunately, however you want to look at, the price basically went straight down. It was crazy. You see it here. It was insane how fast it was. And I did put my stop loss at the swing low of the candle. So, and I got stopped, almost stopped out, basically almost 3 times, and it was definitely a hard thing to watch. I actually had to like watch a YouTube video or something because I couldn't watch this. This was too much. Even though it was only one contract, still I wasn't trying to be all about it. So But anyways, we are in a trade, and we do have a second entry long forming as well. Now, I was kind of glad seeing that form, and the actual signal bar on the second entry long is an inside bar. You'll see it in a second. And I wasn't really trying. I was trying to add another contract, but I didn't like the signal bar. So, and since it was an inside bar for the second entry long, you'll see here in a second, I was like, you know what, I'm not gonna do anything stupid. Again, this is a Friday. This is basically at the end of the trading day. Let's just leave it at one contract, and let's just let the trade play it out. If it's a winner, great. If it's a loser, whatever, no big deal. But you can clearly see the risk was fine, and almost got stopped out, what, 3 times I think it was. And yeah, I'm gonna fast forward a little bit and then talk about what happens at the end of the trade. As you clearly see, I was trying to scale up, and like I said, I wasn't trying to. No, I felt like if the signal bar was a little bit better, maybe more bullish, I definitely would have taken it. But again, it's still inside bars. I just don't trust inside bars. I've been burned by them too many times. Even with a good setup, I've been burnt. So I decided not to add on and just leave it. But yeah, this trade took me a while to get through. Eventually, I actually did extend the range, so to speak. So the little small congestion range I have, I actually extended it a little bit more. So, and I think it made more sense because we do have more price action, and I felt a little bit more confident just because I was kind of buying sort of at the bottom, and that's what you want to do in the range. You want to buy at the bottom and sell at the top. And there was actually a triple test after this trade that I was thinking about trading, but and the reason I didn't take that trade was because of the midline, and like I said, you'll see here in a second. So like I said, it was 4 times actually, I almost got stopped out, and you can clearly see prices breaking through those levels. And I was aiming for 1 point, but I was thinking about maybe doing 2 points. But I said, you know what, that EMA is fine, I'll take it. And then you can clearly see here that you can clearly see there's a lot of support here, and that's when I adjusted my range here. So that the candle that's the bullish candle that actually my trade got out of, I was thinking about a triple test there, but the reason I don't like that bar is because it closed below the EMA, and I kind of wanted to be above the EMA for me to take a trade, and it is, I think it was 3.25 point trade, or a point risk. And yeah, I wasn't willing to risk that. And then like I said here again, I'm just adjusting my range. To me, that range makes a little bit more sense. You kind of have a failed breakout out of the top, and basically a triple test at the bottom. Actually, what was it, 1, 2, yeah, you can call it triple test, you can call it multiple tests, doesn't really matter. I do believe the overall structure of the market is bearish, so, but again, like I said, you clearly see that there's a lot of rejection there, a lot of support. So like I said, there's that another bar forms, the bullish bar. To me, that looks like a triple test and multiple test, but I wasn't really trying to go long just because of that midline. Again, it's just, I don't know, something about that midline I don't like. It is congested a little bit, but your up and down bars, just not ideal trade. And you can clearly see I'm trying to think like of my losers, that I'm actually going short literally into the midline. So it doesn't really matter how I spin it, I was still going short into the midline. And yeah, lesson learned. Every time there's a trade in next to the midline, I'm not taking that. So, but the failed breakout of the training range could have been nice too, which is like at the top of the range. Again, the problem there is it's too close to the EMA, but if you play in the training rules, the EMA doesn't really matter, and it would have been a nice little trade, because you're still technically looking for a retest of the lows of that smaller downtrend channel. So yeah, that was 2 trades, and I'm pretty much done. Down 50 bucks in a day, no big deal. Monday I won't be able to trade, but Tuesday and Wednesday I'm off, so I'll be trading pretty much all day. And yeah, that's it for me. Hope you guys had a good trading week, and hopefully you're in the green, and enjoy your weekend. I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.